talk a little bit about how you can actually earn an income with the ShoppyShop rewards program. I have not seen a program like this really ever. And let me talk to you about why it's so different. First, it's a low cost of entry. The first question everybody asks if they are invited to look at a business opportunity is how much? How much does it cost to get started? The ShoppyShop opportunity is $50 to become a distributor and your monthly membership. So your first month would be $59.95. This is something that's accessible and affordable to virtually anybody, not just here in North America, but around the world. And again, we are global. And so we have to make this something that is accessible and appealing to people all over the world, not just here in the States. We set this up so you can build a team, and it doesn't matter how you build it. You don't have to jump through hoops or have only a certain amount of volume come from a certain part of your team. You get to build a team where you get credit for the entire team and you can truly be rewarded for your efforts. And yes, it is generous to a fault. 55% of all of the income that's coming into ShoppyShop is going back out to our distributors in our compensation plan. There's not another opportunity like it. So now let's talk a little bit about how it all breaks down. There's 3 categories of members. A retail customer, somebody just comes by, you give them your link, they go to your website, they see that collapsible wagon on the warehouse deal and they snap it up and they just keep on rolling down the road. Okay, that's a retail customer. If somebody joins as a retail customer through you, then they get attached to you in the system, and the system tracks that activity to give you credit for it. Next is a member. A member is somebody who, like you, the light bulb went off and you said, oh my gosh, what an incredible opportunity to save tons of money. And they become a member, $9.95 a month. If they enroll through you, once again, the system will attach them to you so that whatever activity comes along with that person and their membership purchases credits back to you. Next is the distributor, and that's the person who says, this is such a great idea. It would be really easy to share it with other people. So they invest $50 and become a member, and they become a distributor. And when somebody becomes a distributor, they are given the opportunity to share it with other people, enroll customers and distributors, and of course, to earn rewards for their work. Now let's break down how exactly we get paid, and we get paid in a few different ways. The first way is on a retail bonus or commission. And let's talk about that retail customer. You know, the person who wandered by, they looked at your website, they saw the collapsible wagon, and they snapped it up. Okay, so because they enrolled through your website and made that purchase, you would receive a commission on that purchase. Those commissions are paid weekly. And as I said, the person, because they purchased through you, is going to be attached to you, and it's considered on your front line. And that's just kind of terminology to mean that they're attached directly to you because they're your customer. Now, if they pay retail, there's a little extra bonus in it for you. So retail customers are great. If they're members, great, but retail's great. It's all great. If they pay $30 as a retail customer and the member price was $25, you'll be paid the commission that would have been paid to you if they had become a member on that lower price, plus you'll be paid the difference between the retail price and the member price. And this example, that means you would get paid the commission that attaches to the member price plus $5, which would be the difference between the $25 and the $30. So that's the first way we're paid on product purchases, whether it's a member or a retail customer. Next, okay, I said the very first question people ask when they're offered an opportunity to look at a business is how much does it cost? The second question they ask is how quickly can I make my money back? 100% of the time, 100%. How much does it cost? How quickly am I going to make my money back? Because nobody wants to lose money. Ain't nobody got time to lose their money. And you know, and I know that a lot of people in a lot of different businesses have lost more money than they made. So we've got to address that right out of the gate. Okay. So if you enroll 2 people to become distributors, you will have earned your money back. And here's how it works. When somebody enrolls as a distributor for $59.95, ShoppyShop pays 50%, and that equals $29.98. So you will be paid $29.98 for each person who enrolled with you, those first 2 people, and at that point, you will have earned the total amount of money that you invested to get started. And it's all good from that point forward. So that's the second way we get paid. Now let's talk about what we call a binary bonus. So I need you to kind of get here, laser in with me for just a second, because I'm going to ask you to visualize something. I want you to visualize a tree and another tree. Okay, we got 2 trees. You remember I said if a retail customer comes to your site and they make a purchase, they get attached to you. And that just means they're your customer. You enrolled them as a customer. And we call that an enrollment tree. And as I said, you will be paid commissions when they make purchases. Now, over here, this binary is a different tree. And the reason it matters to make sure you keep them in your head is that it's 2 different ways you get paid. And that's good. It's just more money for you. In your enrollment tree, you can enroll as many customers as you want to, and your tree just keeps going for infinity. Like left to right, it just keeps going. Your binary tree only has 2 branches, 2 little branches, like shaped like a Christmas tree. And so when you enroll your first 2 people, each of those 2 people go on a branch. But you've only got 2 branches. So if you enroll other people, they have to go underneath because it can only go 2 wide. Here's the thing. We are paid when people enroll as members, we're paid on that $9.95 membership. Remember, it's not a product purchase, it's just the membership. And the tree builds volume. So as you see in the illustration here, one side of this tree, one branch has 1,000 in volume and the other branch has 700. So you are going to be paid 20% of the volume in your weaker branch, or I like to say my shorter branch. It just makes sense to me. You can also think of it as 2 legs, and most of us humans only have 2 legs. And so you've only got 2, and you're going to get paid 20% on the shorter one. And whatever is left over that you didn't get paid on will roll over to the following week. That 20% binary bonus gets paid out every single week. Okay, now I want you to go back in your brain to the enroller tree. Remember, I said when somebody signs up with you, even if they're a retail customer or a distributor or a member, any of these people who sign up with you, they go on your first level. And that's why we call it a unilevel bonus. So when people make product purchases, you will be paid out a commission. We pay out a total in our unilevel bonus of 40%. 20% is paid on the first level. So every personal customer of yours, retail or member, and every personal distributor of yours making a purchase, you are eligible for that 20% first level bonus. That is paid weekly and it pays down to 4 levels. And I'm going to come back and walk you through these percentages, but I want to show you something else because I think it'll help it make more sense. When you qualify for ranks as you grow your business, you qualify for being paid those levels. So as I said, when you just sign up as a smart shopper, you're being paid on that first level, no matter how wide it is, infinity. If you have 1,000 people who enroll as customers, you'll be paid on every purchase of all 1,000 people, okay? How do you qualify to be paid? Well, that's the best news of all. The only thing you have to do to qualify as a smart shopper is have a membership, and you're qualified. Now, to be a team builder, you qualify with your membership and a $50 retail volume. That can be your personal volume that you made a purchase or the volume of one of your personal customers. Okay? Now then, to be a team builder, you need to enroll one distributor on your team. Silver, and this is going to be very important in just a minute. You'll see why I'm focused on it. Silver is a big, big deal. $9.95 membership gets you going. You need the $50 personal retail volume. And now your team as a whole, everybody in the team in that whole enroller tree, $2,500 in volume. And you need to have enrolled 2 people. Gold, same thing with your membership, same thing with the $50 personal retail volume, and your team is $5,000 in total volume. To be a gold, you need to have enrolled a total of 3 people. To get to platinum, $9.95 membership, $50 in personal retail volume, $25,000 in total volume as a team. But remember with ShoppyShop, we don't have any games, we don't have any gotchas or tricks. Your $25,000 in volume comes from your whole team. It doesn't matter which part of your team it comes from. They're not going to cap one part and say you can only credit 500 points from this part or 500 points from that. No matter what you've built, the 25,000 is a cumulative volume for the whole team. No matter how it comes, you get credit for it because you're getting rewarded for your efforts. And you only have to have four personally enrolled distributors on your team. All of this matters so very much because of this next slide, and that is our bonus pools. There's nothing I could say that would be enough to express to you how generous these bonus pools are. If you achieve silver, which means you have enrolled only 2 distributors yourself, but your team generates $2,500 in volume, you will qualify for a 5% bonus pool share of all of the company's revenues. It's incredible. And let me illustrate for you just how incredible it is. I came from another company where qualification for a 2% bonus pool required 25,000 in volume, not 2,500, 25,000, and the bonus was 2%. So just think about that for a second. It was 10 times harder to get to the qualification, and the qualification bonus was less than half of the ShoppyShop bonus. Now, as you grow and your team grows to 5,000 in volume, as long as you've enrolled just 3 people personally, you can qualify for the gold bonus. And by the way, the gold bonus is not an either or, it's on top of the silver bonus. So again, you're now at a 10% revenue share of the company's total revenue. And you're sharing that revenue with everybody else who qualified for gold. Similar, you would share with everybody else who was silver when you qualified for the silver bonus pool. Think about it again. 5,000 in volume for a 10% bonus pool compared to the company I left that required 25,000 in volume for a 2% bonus pool. It's quite mind-boggling if you think about it. Now, you can grow to platinum, and at that point, you've only enrolled 4 people personally, but as your team grows and you've got geometric growth, then we have a 25,000 volume requirement. So now ShoppyShop is paying 15% for what another company pays 2% for on the same volume. Guys, this is extraordinary. It really is. I hope for all of you here, I've at least spurred a light bulb to come on to go, wow, this might be something that's really worth my serious consideration. And if you've ever built a team before and you've qualified for bonuses before, you don't need me to tell you how generous this is. In 39 years of me being in the professional world and working in different network marketing companies, I have never seen anything like it. I haven't seen every company that exists everywhere in the world, but I'm pretty sure that there's not another one this generous. So I hope that you will join us. I hope I've done a good job in presenting it as a value for your family to save you money and as an opportunity for life changing income.